Welcome to Chatting the Pictures. My name is Kara Finnegan, and I'm a writer, teacher, and historian of photography.
And I'm Michael Shaw. I'm a writer, a psychologist, and also publisher of Reading the Pictures.
Reflective of anger, demand, and trauma, and Israel's shattered sense of security, walls around the country are now blanketed with signs demanding the return of hostages abducted by Hamas.
Amit Elkayam took this photo for the New York Times. It shows posters of kidnapped Israelis on a main street in Tel Aviv on Sunday, October 13th, 2023. Hamas is holding approximately 200 hostages in Gaza from their attack on Israel on October 7th. They are believed to be primarily civilians ranging from babies to people in their 80s. Many are foreign nationals, and two of the approximately 13 Americans were released on October 20th, 13 days after the original attack.
Here we are invited to witness the wall, the posters of those who were kidnapped and are being held hostage through the figure of the woman holding the jacket over her head. We don't know anything about why this woman is there or what she is experiencing as she looks at this wall, but having her between us and the wall invites us to think about the experience of others who are witnessing and experiencing this documentation. Netanyahu said immediately after the attacks that this was Israel's 9/11. This image, I think, really echoes the days immediately after 9/11 when improvised walls of missing posters went up all over New York City. These posters are a bit different. Many of them have a similar structure. You could say that they're almost based on a template, which in fact they are. These images have appeared not only in Israel and have been circulated on social media, but they are being put up in paper form all around the world in different places and cities. So, for example, I even saw paper versions of these posters plastered on lampposts in my Midwestern college town this week. We've seen that in numerous news accounts of not only the posters going up in places around the world, but the posters being torn down in places around the world. So the poster really has become a place for people to express their views and experience and understanding of what's going on in the conflict.
On the surface, this image reinforces the moral and political comparison many have made to 9/11. I think what we're seeing, in these posters at least, is far from the spontaneous and random expression of helplessness and disorientation we saw in New York. Here, the majority of the flyers, made from the template topped by that striking red banner, broadcasts a much more uniform and fiercely determined demand for action. It's simple to see how the speed and coordination with which these posters came together not only mirrors how badly the Israelis were caught off guard, but how much the attack has also shattered their sense of security. If Hamas's goal was to exploit the political disarray in Israel between the far left and the far right and the ultra-Orthodox, and believe me, the split had grown so bad before October 7th, it seemed like the country was splintering apart. The posters indicate how the attack and the hostage crisis, at least for the moment, have caused those hostile to Netanyahu and the extreme right to close ranks. Despite some rare signs, including this poster lashing out at Netanyahu, suggesting his own messianic instincts and his enabling the settlers brought all this bloodshed in return, the shock, the grief, and the uncertain fate of an unheard of number of captives has closed most of the gaps, at least for now.